your engine is misfiring, the exhaust smells incredibly rich like raw fuel, and your gas mileage has absolutely tanked over the last few days. When you plug in your diagnostic tool, you see the code P02CC, which means cylinder number 1 fuel injector offset learning is at its minimum limit. To understand what this actually means, think about what happens when you twist your ankle. Your brain automatically adjusts your posture and teaches your body to limp so you can keep moving. Your engine control module does the exact same thing with your fuel injectors. As internal engine parts wear out, air filters get dirty, or the weather drastically changes, the computer constantly adapts the fuel mixture to keep your engine running perfectly. However, the computer only has a specific window of adjustment. When it throws this code, it is essentially throwing its hands up in the air, telling you that cylinder number 1 needs so much compensation that the computer has hit the absolute minimum limit of its programming and can no longer fix the problem on its own. While a failing, leaky fuel injector on cylinder 1 is a very common culprit, do not just rush out and replace it right away. You need to look for anything that could be throwing the air-to-fuel ratio completely out of balance. Start by popping the hood while the engine is running and listen closely for a loud, high-pitched whistling noise, which is the classic sign of a massive vacuum leak pulling unmetered air into the intake manifold. Check your engine air filter too, because a severely plugged, collapsed filter acts like a chokehold on your engine, creating crazy vacuum spikes that force the injectors to adapt way beyond their normal limits. You should also grab a flashlight and carefully inspect the wiring harness connecting to the cylinder 1 fuel injector. Because injectors are mounted low on the intake, their electrical connectors are constantly bombarded by road dirt and moisture, which can cause severe green corrosion that messes with the voltage signals. If the wiring is pristine and there are absolutely no vacuum leaks, you might be dealing with a physically worn-out fuel injector or even low compression in that specific cylinder, which requires a much deeper mechanical teardown. Also, be incredibly careful with the engine control module itself. Sometimes water or coffee spills can seep into the module's housing, causing erratic injector commands, but testing or replacing the main computer is a tedious job that usually requires dealership programming, so always exhaust your mechanical and wiring checks before blaming the electronic brain of the vehicle.